Hi Gemini, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. We are doing your monthly reading for the month of August. I hope you're well. I am going to take a second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Gemini out there, so guys, just take what resonates for you. Leave the rest for another Gemini. We're going to start with your current energy, and then we're going to look at the month of August all the way through to the end of August. So if it's resonating with you, just jump in, take what resonates. But if it doesn't resonate with you, don't force yourself into it. All right, Spirit, what would you like Gemini to know for August? What would you like Gemini to know for August? All right, so Gemini, you are starting out with the Six of Cups in the reverse, and it is crossed with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. All right, so I can see that you're trying to release something here from your past. It looks like a person, actually. It doesn't have to be, but there's definitely a sense of releasing someone. This person, you could have at some point felt like this person was a soulmate for you. I do see that there's been a breakup, there's been a loss, there's a deep loss that you're experiencing here, and there's a need for self-care. Now, in the past, we have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. This was a conscious decision that was made here. I do feel like it caused a lot of imbalance and a big feeling of loss. Why is all this happening? Well, we have the Fool, and that indicates that you're taking a risk. There's a new beginning that is starting here for you. Let's see what's on your mind. We have the Four of Cups in the reverse. There's an acknowledgement. You're thinking that there could still be love within this relationship here that has ended. It's like you're trying not to think about somebody, but the more you try not to think about them, the more you do. And then you revert to thinking about the past. So let's see. Show me what's coming in August for Gemini. Yeah, you're in your mind, you're questioning here, Gemini, if there's still love. Ace of Wands in the reverse. This is an ending. Yeah, this is an ending. So you've got an ending, you've got a new beginning here. We'll have to clarify your reading, Gemini. I don't know what's happening here. But show me how Gemini is showing up. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, not really putting in the effort. There's some details here that you need to look at. Show me who's coming towards Gemini in August. Oh, the Devil in reverse. You could have a Capricorn approaching you, but this is somebody that could have done a lot of work on themselves. They could have addictions, or they could have codependency. There's something here that was toxic in their life that they have now worked on or continuing to work on. They're coming out of some sort of toxic energy. Show me Spirit's advice for Gemini. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. There's a need for you to not be impatient. Be careful with what you're investing in. Let me see the outcome for Gemini at the end of August. Judgment in the reverse. Okay, so this could have to deal with a judgment call that needs to be made by the month of, or by the end of the month. It also could indicate something about a reconciliation for some of you. And I do see that that's what is on your mind here. Bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. Now, you could be dealing with a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer sign. But as an underlying energy, this is indicating that this is about a love connection. So let's look at this. Spirit, why is the Six of Cups here? Okay, so we have the Six of Coins and the King of Cups yet again. Yeah, you're wanting to balance something out. It's almost, Gemini, it's almost like in your current energy, you're saying, yeah, I still have love for somebody. I didn't want to recognize it. I didn't want to think about it. I still don't want to think about it. But deep down, I still love this person that I lost, this person from my past. and I want to balance this out. I want to create an equal give and take. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here? You could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. King of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, you're not taking any action towards this person, though. And that goes along with what I'm seeing, this lack of effort. Why is the Two of Pentacles here? So you're loving somebody, you're wanting to balance something out, but you're not taking any, yeah, this is somebody you were, the Hierophant, very strong Taurus energy, but this is somebody you were either married to or in a committed relationship with. And I feel like you've made this decision to let this person go, and now you're regretting it, but yet I don't see you taking any action. Why is the Fool here? Because I see you want to take a risk. The Magician, you're manifesting. So you might not be taking any physical action towards this person, but you're definitely manifesting them in. You could be dealing with a Pisces or a Gemini. There's definitely this manifestation of a new beginning, a new start. Why is the Four of Cups here in reverse? The Wheel of Fortune. So you feel like there's unfinished business. You're thinking about this person. You don't want to think about them, but yet there it is. And it's because you feel that there's unfinished business here, that there's still something that's not cleared up between you and this person. So let's look at August for you. Show me August for the sign of Gemini. Show me August for the sign of Gemini. All right. Knight of Wands, Ten of Coins, Ace of Wands, Queen of Wands, Knight of Pentacles reversed, the Chariot reversed, Six of Wands, Ten of Wands, I'm sorry, Ten of Swords, Four of Wands reversed, Eight of Cups, and the Four of Swords reversed. So I definitely feel like you've had an ending with this person. This person is still on your mind, that you feel that there's unfinished business. It's almost like and you felt a deep loss, but this was a conscious decision that you made. But you still love this person. You still have feelings for them, and you want to balance this out. So going into the month of August, I see that there's going to be communication. And I feel like either they're coming in really hot and fast or you are. And it's communication about long-term success of the connection and why things ended between the two of you. I think that the ending is looming over both of you very strongly, but I do see somebody coming in very quickly with communication. And I do see, you know, this energy here of you thinking about this, thinking about the ending, thinking about the longevity of the connection. I do feel like, Gemini, you are surrounded with close friends or family. You're very supported here, which is good. I do also feel, now some of you could be in another relationship, because the Ten of Pentacles can indicate another relationship. Regardless, I see somebody coming in with communication, and I do feel like in the first week, there's just conversation, there's discussion about the longevity of this and what caused this ending to begin with, because I do feel like this ending is playing a big part, the way things ended between the two of you. In the second week of August, I see you feeling extremely attracted, especially physically, to this person, but I also see you putting the brakes on that. There's definitely a strong physical attraction here, but you're putting the brakes on that. You could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius, but you're just so attracted to this person. I don't see you moving towards them, and I see you kind of putting the brakes on this. Now, there is this energy of this particular relationship having ended because of stuck energy, because somebody felt, and I feel like it was the other person, felt like it was not going anywhere. It wasn't moving forward, and you're agreeing to that. You agree that it wasn't moving forward in a successful manner. So the two of you in these conversations do agree that it was a painful ending, and that you both would rather have a successful connection either together or alone. So I do feel like you're putting the brakes on this. They're putting the brakes on it too. They're not moving forward. And it's for them, Gemini, a lot of it is because of the way things ended between the two of you. For you, I feel like it's not moving, you're not moving this forward because they've kind of put the brakes on. Very interesting energy. I do feel like you have to be careful around the middle of the month, kind of as a side note, because you could experience some sort of car trouble. So just be careful with your vehicle around the middle of the month. I'm also seeing, though, that there's a sense in the middle of August that you feel stuck. You feel like you want success, but you can't quite move towards success. It's not clear to me what area that might be in, but it does look like it's more emotional versus work-related, because I'm not seeing coins. There is something that's coming towards you in the third week of August, though. There's some sort of a success after feeling stuck. Yeah, so you've got some kind of a success coming towards you in the third week of August. And then you quite quickly flip right back to feeling hurt. There's a painful ending that's here following that success. So, yeah. And it's dealing, that's painful ending is dealing with the ending of a marriage or a long-term relationship. But it's you that's walking away from it. I see you actually walking away from this at the end of August and needing to heal from this. So I feel like, if I'm being quite frank, Gemini, I feel like you have unresolved feelings for somebody that you let go, or that you released, or they walked away. I feel like you're still in love with this person, and you're definitely physically attracted. You feel like there's unfinished business, and you are definitely manifesting a new beginning with this person. However, by the middle of the month, you're deciding that it's not moving forward. It's stuck. You want it to be successful, but it's not. And then you fall right back into the pain, which is what is causing you to basically walk away from this connection again, and then go into healing, needing to heal. Let me see how you're showing up. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here for Gemini? You may know this person through work. All right, again, the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Three of Pentacles. The King of Swords reversed. And the Ace of Pentacles. All right, so you're showing up as not really putting any effort in. And when I say no effort, I mean absolutely zero effort. But you have the Eight of Pentacles, clarifying the Eight of Pentacles, both in reverse. And it's relating to a foundation that has collapsed. Well, why are you doing that? Well, because you're angry. Yeah, you're angry. There could even be some dishonesty that's here. But there's a sense of anger, and it's causing you to hold back. There's a need for you to really look at what has taken place here, because there's details that you are not seeing accurately. At the same time, with this Ace of Pentacles, by the end of the month, you're trying to manifest this new beginning. You would like to manifest a brand new, stable beginning. I do see you getting money by the end of the month, which is good. So I see some kind of an influx of money coming in. Let me see the energy coming towards you. Show me the energy coming towards Gemini. Ace of Swords, Knight of Swords, somebody that wants the truth. And the World. Okay, so the energy coming towards you is somebody that has worked on themselves quite extensively. They're coming out of some sort of toxic energy here, and they're going to be telling you, look, I don't want to deal with toxicity. I don't want to deal with this devil energy. They are going to be very clear. I feel like that's who's coming in to talk to you in the beginning of the month as well. But this person is a big communicator, and they're going to be communicating very clearly that they are not having anything to do with toxic energy. I feel like this person feels that they have worked on themselves so much that they're deeply invested in that, and they don't want to go back into toxicity. I do feel like they're being truthful and honest with you, but with the World here, that's an ending of one cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. So what this person is saying is, you know, in order to bring this back together into the Ten of Pentacles, into, you know, something long term, that it's got to be done differently. There's got to be truth. There's got to be clarity. There can be no secrets. There has to be truthful communication in order to close out this cycle that ended this connection to begin with and begin a new cycle. I do feel like you have somebody who does want a new cycle with you, but it's not unconditional, I will tell you that. Let me see what Spirit's advice is for Gemini. All right, so we have the Star card. We have the Tower, and we have the Devil in reverse, which goes right back to the person that is showing up in your energy here. So Spirit is saying, be careful what you invest in. Do not be impatient. Healing has to take place, or it's going to create another Tower moment. You don't want to be delving into anything that is toxic. So there's a chance for you to heal things with this person is basically what's happening in the month of August. But it cannot be done with toxicity. You have to be very careful about how you're going about it. Don't be impatient. You know, there can't be toxic investments and investments in this. So I don't know who this person is, but I feel like this is somebody that definitely has worked on themselves. The Spirit is also saying you have to work on yourself in order to heal and balance yourself out. There is great hope here, but if you don't do the healing work, there will be another Tower moment. It will all collapse because it wasn't built on a strong foundation. That's why it collapsed the first time, and there was a lot of toxicity. So it looks like there's somebody here from your past that has done a lot of work on themselves, and I feel like you are in communication with this person, and I do feel like they'd like to end this toxic cycle here, but there has to be, you have to be working on self as well. Let me see the outcome at the end of August. Show me the outcome. Thank you. The Strength card in reverse, the Fool, and the Five of Cups. I see you sabotaging this, Gemini, and it doesn't have to be that way. And remember, that's the beauty of tarot. You can see where the energy is going, right? And you can affect it in a positive manner. If you don't like what you're seeing, where you see it's going. It's like a roadmap, okay? If you're on a roadmap and you're trying to get to one little town and the road is taking you to another little town, then you just correct course. What is it Navigator says? Please correct your course at the first available opportunity. All right, and that's what this is telling you right here. Because in your outcome, I see making a bad judgment call. That judgment call is not working on self. And that's related to fear. I don't see this coming back together by the end of the month, and that's because it would be a reconciliation that's not yet happening. Why? Because of fear. And there's actually fear on both sides. This person, though, is willing to overcome that fear. They're willing to take that risk. You, on the other hand, are stuck in the past, not even sure if love is still here, and yet you've manifested this. You've manifested it, but you're allowing your fear to basically take over, and you're going to make a poor judgment call, which is going to lead to sadness and a lack of the love that you're actually manifesting. Bottom of the deck is the Seven of Wands. This is underlying energy, Gemini, and it indicates that there's defensiveness here with regard to love, that you're kind of standing your ground. You're unable to back down from a position that you've taken here. And I think you might want to reevaluate that. But, you know, we all have our own choices. So, but that's what I'm seeing. I'm going to pull an oracle card for you. Pulling for Gemini. Pulling for Gemini. All right, Gemini, you have number 12. It says, be still a while. Hang on just a second. I'm going to read that for you. For now, dear seeker, even while you're on this adventure, the kitsune asks you to consider that it's time to be still for a while. You've traveled far and experienced a great deal. Now, these wise foxes say it is time to rest and recuperate and be still. Still as the earth beneath the snow, quiet as a seed beneath the soil, and allow the energy about you to be rewoven and reweaved, and the energy within you to be restored and received. This is a time to pause and to breathe and to take deep space and time for yourself. In a world that encourages an endless doingness, this time of nothingness will seem difficult and strange at times, even frustrating. Yet there is a purpose, and there is so much that needs to be done in the stillness. Nature is not always in the process of growth. She moves and dances in a cycle of seasons, and the season for you now is winter, a season to be soft and quiet as snow, to rest as the trees do, and to prepare silently with patience for the gateways and the tests that lie ahead. You will move forward again, but for now, dear one, rest a while in this space with the kitsune of Inari, and know that you will be all the better for this time of graceful, soft, and peaceful pause. All right, I hope that this has been helpful for you, Gemini. If you've resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. And until I see you in your next reading, know that you are loved, and namaste.